Did it work?
It
was quick. Nice. Yeah. That's true. That's what she said. What's up, everybody? It is the second or fourth Sunday of the month, and you know what that means? It's time for Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten.
You don't know if it's the second or the fourth Sunday of the month.
No, I know, but we only do this on the second or fourth, so it has to be one of those two, or we wouldn't be here today. Don't much like Dante.
Intro derail.
Yep. Damn it, man. Do I derail your ARC streams? No.
You derail my outros. Fuck you.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by Duckalotopus.
It's Lickalotopus. Thank you very much.
All right. I am your DM, Clan Diesel. This is Not Actually Heroes That Forgotten here on the Nerdicopia Network, here live on Twitch, or later on if you're watching it as a VOD on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Everybody say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
We want to be friendly to YouTube because we want to get them to hit that subscribe button.
And the bell. Don't forget the bell.
And the bell. That's right. Boom. See, this guy knows. He knows what I'm talking about. So we're here. Little review from last session. Team 1, which is led by Captain Fish Sticks, fought some cultists in the street. Team 2 banged a gong and got it on with a pirate and had a pirate battle and maybe found some useful information and a secret about one of their team members. Remember about secrets, Pat. It's strong enough for a man, but pH balance for a woman. So now this is very important. Before the stream, we selected 2 individuals, one from each team. Who are the individuals that were selected?
I apologize in advance.
Okay, so automatically Rican wins, but we're going to roll these dice anyway. So I need for each one of you to take a D20. No modifiers. Roll a straight D20. Tell me what number you got.
5.
Yeah.
She never happens.
She got one. Holy shit. Congratulations.
Hold on, I got confetti here somewhere, I think.
Exactly. Let's make some confetti. Let's do something. Oh man.
Here's a Spirit Halloween in Orbos.
There it is.
There's some gold sparkles and there's some white sparkles in
That's
there.
Right. It is the season. Remember to go to Orbos to the Spirit Halloween and get your favorite Halloween merchandise.
There's the money. Making it rain money.
Do you think we can get one of those dragons from the Dragon House to stand in front of Orbos' Spirit Halloween and go, "Welcome to Spirit Halloween"?
Well, I'll tell you why not.
All right. So what that means is, Ellen, your team, Team Fish Sticks, gets to go first tonight.
We're not the bluebies anymore. We had too many to offset the blue.
Well, yeah, you got too many. That is your couple name there, the Bluebies.
Wait, are we saying
like Bradgelina?
Like turds in the toilet, Bluebies?
Or no, that's Blippy.
Did I miss that episode? What happened?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I have concerns.
They're the Bluebies. It sounds like boobies, but they're blue.
Die. Is hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. Let's go with it. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Russ gets my comedy, and I appreciate that. All right. So, you guys had just got done fighting cultists in the streets. And go.
And we killed all of them. We didn't leave any alive.
You did. You effectively murder-ficated these cultists that were sent after you.
because the one killed himself. That's right.
Right. He exploded it.
Yeah. So we wouldn't have taken any alive anyway.
Nope. They were all unalived by various means.
So, should we call somebody about this, or just leave bodies in the street?
I mean, I'm okay with just leaving the body. That's just me.
Checks out.
I mean, do you want to deal with them?
Well, they're kind of like twice my size. So,
Okay, so as you all are talking, you hear a whistle, like someone's blowing a whistle, and you hear the clank of armor coming towards you.
Oh, yeah, that's our cue to go, guys.
I turn to face them.
Okay. After about 30 seconds, you see someone come around in plate, and then what looks to be two more people behind him in studded leathers. Both are brandishing symbols that look like that they could be the city guard.
Do I recognize any of them from when I went to the warehouse?
No, these are different. These are
Okay.
not the same ones from the warehouse.
Okay.
Wait, I'm there too, right?
Yes, you are there with them. Yes.
Do I recognize any of them? I think I've seen a couple that are not. Right? Didn't I meet some other guys?
You have met some, but these are not them. This is a different group.
With my trident and my shield on my back, I'm gonna walk up to the one in armor.
Me too, as a city guards person, but following behind, not
Okay. The one in the armor steps closer to you, Meridius, and goes, so apparently there was some trouble here, I take it?
Yes, we were attacked. We are currently conducting business with Trade Prince Zarok.
Mm-hmm.
And Meridius pulls one of the pieces of leather out that has the cult symbol put on it that you said I acquired.
Yes.
I pull one of them out. This was found on all of their bodies, except for, and I point at the one that tried to kill him, or did kill himself, but tried to injure us in the process, which I couldn't pull anything off of him. Except for him, he did that to himself.
Interesting. I've heard of similar reports throughout the city as of late. Are all of you okay? No injuries, I take it?
Little bruised, but nothing to need a medic or cleric for.
Okay. And you said the one basically self-destructed, right?
Yes, he decided that he was going to turn himself into, best I could call, a raging inferno.
Interesting. Okay. Well, if your business is conducted here, I would appreciate if you would move along. He looks to one of the others there beside of him. Please go and inform Prince Lyriel of this situation.
This is the first time we've heard this name, right?
It is.
I mean, we've read it.
Me of them? Yes,
right,
you've
me,
read
me
it.
and Trix have
But
read
this
it.
is the first time
we've heard
somebody's
somebody say
spoken it out loud.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And as he says that, another trade prince. Do you work for them?
I work for the city, but Prince Lyriel has been tasked with investigating these activities.
I see. Are you in need of this? And I'm still holding the one that has this cult symbol.
He looks at it and goes into his pouch and pulls out, you mean this?
Very well. And I kind of roll that up and put it back with all the rest of them.
Yes. Each of us in the city guard has been tasked with locating members.
I just didn't know if you needed one to link it with the 7 remaining bodies here.
No, that is fine. At that point, you see one of the other ones lean over and go, "Hey, boss, Lirio said scoop up the bodies and clean this up." Very good. If, like I said, if y'all don't mind to move along, we will go ahead and get this all taken care of.
Meridius goes over comms. If they're going to make the situation go away, then we must head towards where Desmond and Thorn are currently located.
Agreed.
Nice to not have to do cleanup duty.
Meridius kind of does his salute and bows to the guard.
He does
We
a
will-
little city salute
We
thing
will
that
be
he
in
does.
town. If we are to come across any more of these, do we need to seek you out or inform the trade prince themselves?
You are the group that is working directly with Trade Prince Zarok, correct?
We are.
Zarok is the one that tasked Lirio with the job. So you may inform Prince Zarok, or you can go to Lirio immediately if you want to. It does not matter to me. As long as one of those two are informed, news will get back.
Very well. And Meridius turns and looks at the party and kind of motions to head on down the alleyway that we were heading when we got jumped.
Okay. As you walk away, you can see that they're taking making a perimeter. Some looky-loos are kind of looking around, and they're, "All right, nothing to see here. Go away. Go away. Anyone caught standing around will be arrested for loitering." Yeah. Did you see Thing? All right. So you all are heading to Thaline's estate, correct?
Yes, that is the plan.
All right. Okay. So you guys are heading that way. It's about 15-minute walk from where you are. You arrive at the gates. There's 2 guards standing outside. The gate is closed.
So do we just are we waiting out here, or like do you go in after? I don't know the protocol for this.
So you're standing at the gate with these 2 guards and you're saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the guards overhears you talking and then kind of looks around and then goes, "If you want access to the estate, you can ask." I'm pretty sure.
And
Meridius thinks to himself and kind of shakes his head. I'm going to regret this.
Most likely.
We should totally be expected, right? I mean, that's how this works, right? Like,
Not invite
and
everybody.
he leans into one of the guards. Is the invitation to stop by when she's feeling thorny still apply to this?
I'm
you cheeky
pretty
bastard.
sure somebody's already taking care of that.
Yeah, it was.
Really, just you dog, you feeling thorny, huh?
Hold on just a minute. Hey, Bonnie, hasn't the situation been taken care of?
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has. It was 2 guys that came here last night. Right.
We're
That's
here-
what I thought. Yeah.
We're here to
Yeah.
find those 2.
I mean, I heard them a lot. They definitely took care of something.
Wait a minute. I'm lost as to where we are in the timeline. Did we rest and sleep at some point?
I'm going to. That's a good question.
Still the same day.
This is a good question. We're going to. Okay, here's the timeline of events right now. Okay. You guys fought the people the morning after the pirate battle.
Okay, we're fast
Yeah.
forwarding that.
Yes. So
For
So
the sake of
consider-
fans continuity.
for the sake of continuity purposes, and I know there's people out there studying our timeline, for the sake of continuity, those things happened like this.
So I have my
So-
spell slot from that. No, that was in the
Thorny
morning,
pirate
never mind.
battle, your battle. It's this way that
Yeah.
it goes. So this is the new morning. You've had a full rest, full long rest. Everybody is good, topped off. Thorn may be a little freaked out. But there we are. So are you guys friends of the helpers?
We're
I don't
here.
like this.
We're here for the two that arrived yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah, we did.
okay. Just a moment. Let me call the house. So he goes over to a little box there on the next to the gate. You see him. There's people here at the gate, and they're wanting your friends, the ones that came in there last night. Yeah. No. George said he heard you a lot. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Okay. It's it. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I will never mention it again. Okay. Thank you. Bye. And he comes back. Merchant Prince Theline has granted you access to her estate and all its amenities. Please feel free to enter.
Thank you.
Open the gate, George. George goes over. Righto. He pulls the lever. The gate just swings open.
I feel like we're obligated, for the sake of Cataclysm, to do something that gets George and Barney fired.
Listen, eventually you're going to learn that you guys thought you were important. George and Barney are actually the anchor beings to this timeline.
No, George and Barney are Nurse Joy.
They're
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
important people in this
Yeah,
timeline.
The continuity, the
Yep.
stitch of time.
Yep.
On the way in, I'm gonna stop by and say, would you define the noise as like a caterwauling? Like was the lady making a howl? Maybe like a
It's what I heard, mate. I heard a lot of explosions,
okay. all
some
right.
cannon fire, wood
Wow.
splintering,
My goodness.
yelling, some creative cursing with a lot of new adjectives that I have never heard before. And then there was a lot of, oh my God. Oh my God, this has never happened to me before. This is amazing. That I think came from your friend Desmond.
I could believe that actually. Yeah, that checks out.
And then there was a large yell at the end, and then I heard, "Oh my God, you both have made me shiver me timbers." And that's where it all stopped.
Wow. My goodness.
Yep.
You kissed your mother with that mouth.
I was just telling you what I heard. It's not what I did, it's what I heard.
That was explicit. And
Listen,
if you
my
ever
face was
decide-
red all night.
Yeah. If you ever decide you want to put these tales into a scribe form, you let me know. We could make some money at this, okay? There's a lot of people out there that would very low key like to read something like that, all right? Let's do it.
Okay, I like where this is going. I've got a mind for this kind of literature.
Yeah,
Keltash
I
can
don't
see
know
the
about you.
future.
I'm a city guards person, and this is not the kind of pay that you can
Me
retire.
too.
Am I right? Yeah, yeah. So
That's right.
let's,
I'm looking at. I'm not going to make enough to retire.
this feels like kismet. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, whatever you said. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't kiss a lot, but yeah.
No. It's a foreign thing. Just trust me. It's a real thing, okay?
Okay, you've got a face. I do trust you. Plus, you're a god, so God to God. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just let me know sometime and we will discuss penning this volume of literature.
We'll catch up. Let's do that.
All right. All right. Awesome. Russ has opened up a side quest.
The start book talk
Right.
with George and Barney.
Foreign literature.
Yeah, we need that animation from 14 quest started. Well, we'll change the music so it's not
Keltash
the
is gonna
copyrighted
become a
Final
bard.
Fantasy music. It'll just be me going, "Can you level me higher?" All right. All right. So, and this is why we're popping off in Bangladesh. So, after the little side tangent there, you guys walk into the estate.
Oh, I'm not even waiting on him.
Okay, so
I'm
you went
continuing.
on.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
no, not waiting.
So
for
you
that.
get
Oh,
you get
well,
up
that
to
worked
the
out nicely. I guess I'll catch up later. All right.
so you get up to the large estate. It's kind of like Xerox. It's large, white marble, two big double doors. There's a few little hanging, ivy and stuff, but nothing like Xerox had. And it's a big enclosed building. It's not like with Xerox has the little, room, area there
Courtyard.
inside his whatever it's called. The open air auditorium.
Courtyard.
Yep, courtyard. So when you get to the double doors, they open up and the butler is standing there. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. May I ask who you are and what you're here to do? For whom?
We are the group that has been tasked to aid Prince Zarok. You have two of my companions inside.
Oh,
They were
yes.
here to see Prince Theline last night.
Yes, they saw a lot of Prince Theline last night, I'm fairly certain. You'll have to forgive us. We're still cleaning up the mess from the ship battle.
I would prefer, if at all possible, an audience with the prince as well.
You may, that's actually why I met you at the door. You may come with us. There is a meal being prepared. Your friends and Prince Theline are already at the table.
Very well.
Please.
As he's standing at the door, he turns around and sees if everybody's there. Do I see Keltash?
Keltash, did you come along or are you back with George?
Apparently, they left while I was catching up with my guard buddy. So, nope, I'm not there.
So, nope. Yep. Keltash, not with you.
All right, so I see everybody with Keltash.
Mm-hmm.
I go across comms. Keltash, I don't know what you're doing. I don't quite care. Your business is your own. But we are in the process of meeting with one of the princes and potentially been asked to sit down for a meal. Are you coming or not?
Right away. Yes, sir. Right away.
And I turn back and look at the butler. There's one more, but apparently he is slow to attend.
Yep. No problem. If you'll just follow me. Okay. And as the butler turns to walk you to the table, I need for everyone to roll a perception check.
Me too.
You're not there, so no.
6.
15.
Meridius also got a 16.
All right. What'd you have, Poofy?
6.
Do we need to roll for Keegan or does it matter?
I
know he's with us
on,
at the moment.
Keegan's on autopilot.
Okay.
So so everyone see this. I'm just gonna say everyone's going ahead and see this.
Just in case.
So as the butler turns around, you notice Desmond walking down the hallway. What you notice, though, is that Desmond is in nothing but a teddy
Tricks immediately.
that looks like it was more made for Thelene than for Desmond.
Yeah, Trix is covering her eyes.
He's also wearing the long pirate boots.
Oh my god.
Is he within earshot or do I have to holler?
You're gonna have to holler a little bit.
Okay.
He's way down the
So-
hallway,
So I'll project my voice.
but he's not wearing the robe thing that he normally wears.
Desmond, did you lose your clothes?
I don't think so. Whoa. Well, there seems to be a slip up here. But I don't think it looks that bad.
Meridius takes a deep breath. I guess and he kind of says it only for the party around him to hear. I guess we'll have to find those later.
Also, when he turns
we
around
find
to
them
kind of
now?
look at his clothes, you realize that it's a thong.
Orlando, please find my
Meridius-
clothes. These are not my
Meridius
clothing.
not even knowing what the devil that is because they don't really wear that kind of shit in the depths of the ocean is looking at him going, yeah, we definitely need to find his clothes.
This ain't
Uh,
luck.
No,
The-
it's not.
The butler turns around and goes, Master Desmond,
Yes, Jeeves. It's Jeeves, right?
it's whatever that you wish. Your clothing will be ready in just a moment. The final cleaning and preparation is being commenced.
Excellent. Give it to Orlando. He will find me and clothe me
As you wish,
later.
sir. So,
Everyone follow me. I know the way. And I turn around and start walking down the hallway.
Is it
As
safe to
that
look now?
happens, Meridius turns and looks at Trix. I would recommend grabbing onto someone's shoulder. You do not want to see what he is wearing from behind.
Oh God.
is it bad that part of me one is hearing "Baby Got Back," but but it's been replaced with like a Neverwinter Face, but a Baldur's Gate booty?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like Desmond thinks he's got, he should be wearing apple bottom jeans, but he ain't got the ass for that.
All right.
You don't know. I don't know. Desmond, roll for ass.
18.
18. Desmond got back, yo.
Desmond's pretty thick.
Exactly. It's like a Georgia peach back there.
So we can't really see much of the thong except for what's up top, and it's hairy. That's even worse.
Oh.
No, actually, I'll go on a limb here. Desmond shaves.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
checks
even,
out.
that's even more
Yes.
disturbing.
Orlando freshly shorns Desmond at least once a week.
Freshly
I
shorn.
want a copy of Orlando's employment contract.
Listen, wait till we release the Orlando notes.
Poor Orlando. He has seen things
Like-
that no one should ever have.
It's so much worse than
He
you
better
know.
be getting paid
If only you knew.
really well for this.
Okay, so being guided by Desmond and Jeeves, you arrive at the dining hall. You can see that Thorn and Thelene are already in there. Jeeves looks at you, Meridius, and goes, "Excuse me, sir, but does your group have a name?"
He kind of looks around.
Russ really wants to say something.
We do,
But don't we?
but here should be fine to say it. We are members of the Not Actually Heroes Guild.
Lady Theline, honored guests, may I present to you members of the Not Actually Heroes Guild. You may find a seat, sir.
Can I
And
look
th-
now?
Once Desmond has seated, Meridius will tell Trix that she can open her eyes. That is still somewhat disturbing, but not
Hold on.
horrible.
Actually, you can, but Theline is top.
Hmm. I mean,
She's waiting on her clothes. As you enter, though, she gets her clothing, and Desmond gets his clothing as well. And she just
Meridius
puts
looks
on
at
the
her kind
jacket
of,
and
if you
buckles it.
wish. Desmond is not showing his ass any longer.
Hey,
Well, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh,
I thought it was very nice.
Prince, you may very well. However, she may not have the same liking as you.
I do not
listen.
force my ass on anyone. So, to each their own.
Wrong Diz character.
Listen, I don't care, honestly. I'm up to see anyone naked. It doesn't matter to me. I'll even take you, even though it'd be a
Naked.
little weird. Do what?
Why's everybody gotta be naked?
It's more fun that way. Have you never been naked with somebody?
Meridius kind of looks down as she says everybody be naked, and he thinks about how long it would take to take his armor off and put it back on. He's like,
Trix is just
That
standing
would
there
be-
and she's
She sees you
She's
looking
blushing
Meridius, and
so
she looks at you and
bad.
goes, honey, that's like, I would need a little while because that's like a can of sardines.
it would take me longer than it would even matter.
It would take you longer to get ready to do the deed than to do the deed. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because unfortunately, I have not met anyone in this realm that pleases my viewing.
oh, is
I've-
it too
I've got
early
some
to drink with
dolphins back here
breakfast?
if you're interested. I mean, I don't know if that's your cup of
Desmond,
tea, but
I
they're
slide a
cute.
bottle over to Trix.
I am not interested in aquatic animals.
Ah, okay. I didn't know. I'm just, I'm trying to help out.
I'm not viewing what you're saying as being inappropriate or rude. I have not seen anyone here that appeals to me.
Huh,
There
very
is
well.
one back home, but I don't know if I can ever get back there.
Just remember, beggars can't be choosers.
I do not beg.
So go ahead, sit down. Go ahead. What do y'all want to eat? What did you call him? Jeeves?
That is
That's
what
his name,
Desmond
right?
called him, yes.
That's not his name, but I like it. Hold on a minute. Jeeves! Yes, Lady Theline. Where's the food? I'm hungry. I worked up an appetite. Oh, yes, it will be here momentarily. May I pour you some drink? That shouldn't even be a question. Very good. So he pours her some drink. What would you all like for a beverage?
as he looks around at the group and says that, Trix just has the bottle Desmond gave her.
I see you're already taking care of Master Desmond. Are you good
I'll
or
need another one of those, pointing at the bottle that Trix is down.
very, very well? I shall bring another bottle. Master Thorn.
Just some water for me, Bartleby.
But,
That was his real name, right, Bartleby?
yes, Bartleby.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
his
there you go.
real name.
All right, cool.
Yes. Thank
show him some
you,
respect.
Master Thorn.
Reflexing this
You,
up.
sir, and he points at Spoofy. What would you like to drink?
He'll need a straw.
He needs a okay. That's
How do you drink with
that's
the
that's fine. I still need to know what his beverage will be. I'll take some wine. Very good, sir. I'll bring some wine to you. But very quickly. So Bartleby Jeeves leaves and comes back in a few minutes, gives everybody their drink. After he's done serving the drinks, the food comes in. There's all kinds of various breakfast foods, whatever you would like is pretty much there. Fruit, meats, stuff like that. After they lay the food on the table, everybody backs up to the wall around the room and stands there waiting to be asked for more food or drink or whatever. As you're eating, Theline's like, so, how was everybody last night? I know Thorn and Desmond were okay, but how about the rest of you? I've not really got to talk to you all. I mean, I'm sure you know me, but I don't know you. Other than when we, I kind of barged into Zarok's place.
Meridius kind of side glares to Trix and then looks back at Celine. There's some things that we need to discuss.
Down to business.
No, not at this present time. Just letting you know there are some things
good.
we need to discuss.
Good. I hate talking business on an empty stomach. Actually, I hate talking business at all. Well, depends on the business. But anyway, so let's see. Okay, so Thorn and Desmond. She looks at you. What is your name? And she points to Trix.
Hi, I'm Trix.
Oh, hi. I like the wings.
Thanks.
That's a cool trick. You got any other cool tricks?
A few.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would you want to show me sometime some of your tricks?
Trix just looks like she's very uncomfortable.
You know what? We'll come back to it. It's not a problem. We'll come back. We'll come back to it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then let's see. What about you? Fishman, what's your name?
Your town has been calling me Fish Sticks.
Fish,
Thanks
well,
to a
that's kind of
member of my
rude.
party.
Oh.
Zarok
So-
knows me as Fishman.
Fishman. Oh, do you have a name?
I do.
I mean, I'm not familiar with your people, so you'll have to forgive me if anything's insensitive.
Unfortunately, I do not wish to give it because there's something going on in your town, and until I get to the bottom of it, I do not know who I can or cannot trust.
Okay, so Fish Man Stick.
I would prefer Fishman if you're going to call me anything.
Okay, Fishman. Okay, Fishman. Gotcha. Fishman. Gotcha. I can do that. Great, isn't it? Gotcha. Okay. So, what about you with the mask? What's your name?
And then he stops right before Spoofio answers, and he says, "I tell you what, I will give you a name you can call me."
Ooh.
Okay,
You may call me Leonis.
Leonis. Can I call you Leo instead?
Thought he was gonna be going for it, but hey.
Leonis. Okay,
I would
Leonis.
prefer you not, considering the reason for the name, but do as you wish.
All right.
Can I call you Leonis?
He turns and looks at Spoofy. No, you may not.
All
All right. Mask Man, what's your name?
The name's Spoofy.
Spoofy?
Indeed.
Like that looks spoofy?
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Oh, and you got a tail and horns. Are you a tiefling under there?
No,
I mean, you're kind of short, but
Yeah, let me show you. And I'll take off my mask.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Huh. And so what do you do?
I'm a doctor.
You're a dog. Oh.
Trix
Okay.
puts
Well,
up air quotes.
I awesome. Do you treat all illnesses?
I, in a way, I'm
As
I-
she says that under his breath, Meridius goes, I've never seen him treat one.
I'm more of a pharmaceutical doctor.
So like an alchemist?
I enjoy tinkering in alchemy. Yes. More of an apothecarian.
Ah, okay.
That was
Okay.
my profession before I joined this crew.
I had a friend that was an apothecary, but he ended up blowing himself up.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep. It was a mess.
But it was a
It was
hell of an
horrible.
explosion, though.
It was. It was. Took out the building he was in. That's a warehouse now, believe it or not. So, eat up, drink up. If you have any questions, let me know. I know you guys have been looking around seemingly for stuff. So, maybe Trade Prince Celine could help. Just saying. We could be friends. But it's a rock told you as a mean lady. I bet he was like, this is my best rock. Hold on just a minute. Don't trust that lady. She is nothing but a prick. You should not go around her. She's untrustworthy and she sleeps with everyone.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
I mean, it's all true.
Honestly, we have not really discussed you with him.
Rude?
It's not rude. I choose to get my own opinion face to face.
All right.
You ever
That works.
you ever gotten busy with a kobold before?
He looks, she brings out a little notepad and she looks. No, I have not.
Would you like to?
Trix
I mean,
grabs
maybe.
the bottle off the table again.
I mean, I'm game if you are. If you
Should I
can
clear a
win the.
spot off on the table
It's-
here?
Yeah, yeah.
No, not right now. He's got to win the battle.
Now the battle was
Oh,
half the
yeah,
fun.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
well.
win the battle to get the prize.
You gotta earn the booty.
Exactly. He knows.
Didn't you have another person that was with you? Is he dead now? Are we going to get paid more for being part of this group?
He is not dead. He has decided to wander off. And he kind of turns and looks at the lean. In your state, I apologize for that.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, he'll either get kicked out, treated well, or well, slept with. It could go either way. So one of the three things will happen. So, y'all got any questions for me?
Trix is just looking at Meridius and overcomes.
I don't know. How much are we gonna tell her?
Back over comms. She said she didn't want to do this over an empty stomach, so I'm waiting. Then he
All
turns
right,
and
well.
looks at her and says, I do, but you said that you would prefer to not discuss business until you've eaten.
And as you look at her, she's stuffing food in her mouth. I mean, yep. That's what I said. Uh-huh. She looks over at Trix's plate. You want to eat that?
No, you can have it.
Oh,
She takes it off your plate and then winks at you.
Trix looks away.
Dig in, eat.
Oh, Spoopy's eating.
Okay, so as you all eat, take it nobody discusses anything while they eat.
Trix is very uncomfortable.
All right. So after you guys eat, it looks like everyone is done. Delene is, wiping her mouth and everything. She asked for everybody to get another round of drinks, and then the help come and take the plates of food stuff back into the kitchen area. Oh, that was delicious. Was your all's food good? Mine was great.
Divine. Of course.
Oh, well, good. Well, good. Oh, now that I'm on a full stomach, and I take it that you all are all on full stomachs, Dorn ate a lot. It seems. I think I gave him quite a workout.
Oh, yeah. It's well worth it. Great.
So, y'all got any questions for me? Because I've got questions for you.
Where's the bathroom?
Where's the the bathroom? Bartleby. Yes, ma'am. Show him to the bathroom. Yes. Right this way, Lord Spoofy. And
Thanks, Barnabas.
Bartleby. Bartleby, but you may also call me Jeeves, apparently.
The hell's
So-
a Jeeves?
Bartleby takes Spoofy to the restroom. Well, any other questions besides where you can go take a dump?
I have plenty. But I need to know whether you feel this is a safe place
Well, in
From
my
prying-
house?
from prying ears.
Yeah.
If you trust everyone that works with you.
Yeah. Because they know if they betray me, they will be murdered.
I see. If what you said earlier was true, and that you can't be trusted according to your mocking of Prince Zarok, would it be wise for me to use the zone of truth on us?
I'm not going to lie to you. If you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care what you think about me. I mean, you can if you
Then
want
don't worry
to.
about
If you
the
don't
timer. Just
trust
brush
me,
your teeth.
exactly. You need to brush your teeth.
My bad. I
If
thought
you,
I
want,
did.
if you want to cast this on a truth, go for it. I'll, whatever you want to do.
It's
I'm
not
not
that I don't trust you, it's what you said about yourself.
What? I just said I was a prick. And I was overly horny.
She's not lying about that.
If you ask The Rock, he would probably tell you the same thing if he truly trusts you. If not, he would be like, "Oh, she's fine. She's blah. She's a trade prince. Blah blah blah."
He kind of looks at the whole party because only him and Trix have been privy to some of this information so far. We've been investigating things that have been gone missing out of Zarok's warehouse.
The artifacts, right?
He doesn't say anything about that because that's not what he was told to look for. But he retains what she says to him.
Trix is gonna say out loud,
I thought we were looking for spices.
Oh, The Rock told you spices. That son of a bitch.
I mean, it smelled like spices in there.
Well, I mean, technically, it would be in the spices, but it's hidden in the spices.
Are you aware that in our investigation that everything points to you?
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it one bit. I mean, if I were going to steal it, that's what I would do.
the crate was taken out of there through a wall. There was a piece of material left. When we followed the trail, it ended up to a warehouse that is apparently under your ownership.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That sounds right. Keep going.
When we went to check to see who owns the warehouse and found out it was owned by you, all of your estate, blueprints, and paperwork are missing.
Scandal.
Does she seem surprised or not surprised by that?
He seems roll an inside check.
Damn it. I was hoping to avoid you saying that.
Just her or me
And I
talking
wrote-
to her as well?
17!
Anybody that wants to
as
roll,
well.
anybody that wants to roll an inside check. You
It's
got a
a-
what?
17.
17. All right.
I nat 20'd with a +4.
All right.
I got a 26.
26. All right. So the three of you, when you see her make her response, you can tell that this is news to her, but it doesn't seem like it's unexpected news.
Here is my dilemma here. It's too obvious that everything points to you.
Read.
Someone is trying to pin this on you, it would seem.
Well, I have my suspicions on who would be trying to. I also have my suspicions on who has it, but Zarok wouldn't listen to me. He said they wouldn't do that, but I'm telling you, they would. But that's just me, and nobody trusts me.
Well, we are not Zarok. And we have been tasked with finding it, not just pinning it on the person that it all points to.
Well, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson. Fort Nyanzaru was not always the law-abiding place that you see that it is now. A lot of those warehouses contain basically bootleg tunnels going out throughout the city and definitely into each other, so that cargo could be moved from one warehouse that was being searched to another warehouse that was not. Now, those tunnels have been well maintained. Now, I'm not saying that I personally have used them, but I do know of their existence. And I do know that there is a tunnel in that warehouse that goes to at least one other warehouse.
And it's the one that we followed the trail to, or the one that they were taken out of?
Well, I do know that the main line of that tunnel goes to a warehouse that I own, but I'm not using. But it's currently being rented by Merchant Princes Lyriel and Varys. Now, if they know that that tunnel is there, I don't know. However, I do know that what is it that the people are saying now? Oh yeah, this I love this. I do know that those two are some sketchy bitches. One specializes in basically information gathering and spying, and the other one, I'm pretty sure, may be a necromancer. He is into some shady magical bullshit. I would be careful trifling with him. Unless want to come back as a corpse.
Okay, this is Ellen clarifying. She knows
Okay.
of a tunnel from her warehouse that's currently not being used by anybody to that one? Okay. Thank you.
So, you want to know my theory?
I prefer to have all the facts before we try anything. Yes.
My theory. You can be back from the bathroom if you want to, Spoofy.
Okay.
I don't know if we need to role play the bathroom scene.
Please no. Please God no.
I mean, I
No.
will.
Nope. Nope.
Yep. He's committed to his art. So my theory is that the person or persons were given magical means with which to move the items, and the items were taken to a warehouse with a tunnel and then were moved to one of the other warehouses. Because, as I said, that's what I would do.
So these tunnels,
Uh-huh.
is there like a specific spot where you find the entrances, or how do you know where they are?
Oh, they're hard to find, actually, and they're magically guarded, but there is a keyword.
Would you be willing to share that?
Sure. Do you want to know the keyword?
I mean, yeah, it'd help us figure out if somebody used that tunnel.
I'm curious.
All right.
I mean, you were very giving last night, so I don't see why that should stop it now.
Okay. The keyword that you're looking for is aperta yanwa.
And that's spelled like it sounds, I imagine.
For everyone in chat listening on the home game, the word is spelled APERTA space IANUA.
Yeah, no, I'm writing this phonetically so that if I have to say it later, I actually say it right.
There you go.
Can you spell one more time?
Pronounce it.
APERTAIANUA.
Is that one word or two?
2 words.
Can you pronounce it one more time, Clan?
Aperta yanwa.
Aperta iguana.
Yep. Bertha iguana.
I pet an iguana.
I mean, I'm not going to shame you right here on stream, whatever you want to do.
Hey, Parta Iana?
Aperta yanwa. I'm sorry, yanwa. Yanwa. I'm sorry, yanwa. Aperta yanwa.
Yanwa.
Which, for those playing the home game, if you are Latin, you know means open door in Latin.
God damn it.
Sure. So there you go. We're classy on this stream, chat.
DM, would Spoofy have any knowledge of this this group or anything, since he technically is a failed merchant?
What group?
The one for the secret secret password or something to do
No.
with the merchants
No,
or anything
that's-
like that?
No.
That password was to open up access
Oh.
to the tunnels.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
As far as I know, this is some kind of weird ancient elven dialect, but it's a dead language nobody speaks, so it makes it real good at passwords. At least that's what I was told.
And like,
I don't know
does-
if it's true or not, but
so like, do a lot of people know that password, or is it like secret? Only some people know.
I know.
Clearly,
Thieves might know.
okay.
Ne'er-do-wells may know. And 3,000-year-old dead elves would probably know as well.
So the other princes don't.
I mean, some of them might, but I don't see them using it unless Lyriel. She's the only other one that I know of that would know.
And just to clarify, Lyriel is the one that gets down with the dead bodies.
No,
That was the spy.
Lyriel is the one that is in charge of information gathering and spying.
We have a raid, Clan Diesel.
We got a raid! Oh my god, raid up in here! What is up, raiders? Thank you, Malnox, for raiding the stream and bringing all your hypeness and peoples and things. What is up, everybody? I am Clan Diesel, and I'm DMing tonight's session of Not Actually Heroes Have Forgotten here on the Nerdacopia Network. We do this every second and fourth Sunday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Cast, say hello to the raiders.
Hi,
I got-
raiders.
Hello, Dojo fam. What's up, y'all?
That's right. We miss you too, Mal. All the time we're like, we miss that Malnox guy. He was super cool and keen.
We need to get the vampire back.
I can't decide if Russ is pretending to be frozen or if he's actually
If
frozen.
he's really-
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
he
it
moved.
could
and
go
not
either
frozen.
way. It could
not
go
frozen.
either way, depending
Every
on the
time
night.
I'm eating pizza, I think, gosh, there's only one other guy that eats this better than I do.
That's true. That's true. I miss the sensual pizza eating. Yep, both cool and keen. Yes. Yes. So thank you for bringing your community over and watching us. We really appreciate that. So that's right. Sensual pizza eating. I don't know if you still do that on your streams, but we appreciate it when you did it on ours. Now without you, the only sensual stuff that we have now is freaking naked pirates and Desmond.
Naked pirates.
Doctor it is. That's right.
Except on Cataclysm when you have naked happens.
That's true. That does happen. That's yeah. You can't order pizza for a while. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I mean,
And
he might not have to order it. He can just cook it.
that's
That is
true. But I don't know how the delivery charges are on another continent.
Dang, Clan. You gave him a double shout out. Didn't even accept mine, you rude bastard.
It didn't work.
It did.
No, you
It
put an
did
ad in
work.
it. It did work. Okay,
It
I
did
didn't know. I
work.
thought it didn't work.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Both of
even
them
gave
did.
his link and everything.
All right.
Rude
I didn't
ass.
see it. I just saw that it didn't work, and I wanted to make sure he got a shout out.
It's
So you know what?
leaking.
2 shout outs for the price of 1. All right. So now you all have the password for the tunnels.
Meridius reaches into his pouch and pulls out one of those leather scraps. Unrolls it and pushes it towards her with his hand over the symbol until he gets it close to her, and then he raises his hand.
What's this? A love letter?
Any idea who is in charge of them?
She takes it. She turns it upside down. Turns it back around the right side of it. I don't know what this is. Is this important? Did something happen to you guys? Is this important? What is it? Tell me.
We were attacked on our way here
Attacked by
By a
ne'er-do-wells?
by
A
cult.
cult? Here?
Yes. After informing them that we were for the trade princes, they informed us that they don't care, that they are here to stop us from snooping.
Interesting. Does Zarok know that you got attacked by a cult?
We have not had contact with him since we fought them.
Yes. I know something he don't know.
You know a few things he does not know.
Oh, honey, I know a lot that he don't know.
I mean that we have gathered information on.
Oh, yeah.
We have not informed him of the fact that your state information has been removed from record.
That is odd. I mean, I don't know if it's accurate information, but it is odd that it's not there.
According to Silas, within 24 hours it should have returned.
That's what we've always been told.
But that the trade princes had the power to ensure things did not return if they did not want it to.
Listen, I don't fool around with magic type stuff. I don't really like it. It doesn't really help me any other than make sure that nobody can listen in on our conversations. Really the only thing magical I have is the cape. But we all have capes.
So you all have capes.
We're supposed to. I don't know if they still have theirs or not, but I know I have mine.
So how exactly have you ever seen them with them, or have you just heard the stories?
I know all trade princes are supposed to be gifted a cape by their predecessor. When Morrigan passed away, I got this cape.
Oh, and she's bringing out the cake now.
So, as far as I know, unless they sold theirs or their predecessor sold theirs or it was destroyed somehow, everybody should have a cape. It's not something we like wear to meetings or something. But all the trade princes are supposed to have one. Now, whether they still do, I don't know. Like I said, we kind of use them to keep each other honest because we know that at any time we can sneak in and find somebody's secrets. When I first got mine, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit of a peeping Tom.
Oh, no.
Yep. But I grew up since then, and now I just use it to, see what everybody's hiding. Not like that. I mean, like, in the warehouses and in their private stashes and stuff. It's important to stay abreast of information. Especially important I answer it. But is there any other questions? Anything I can help with? I really like being a helper. Desmond knows.
Out of all the princes, who do you trust with your life?
Zarok. Hands down. After that, it would be Silas. And then tied for third would be Azura and Talia. Zarak is honest to a fault. If he was going to do something to me, he would tell me to my face and then do it. Silas doesn't like the games that the others play, so he really wouldn't do anything, I don't think. The biggest thing that he would do is just have knowledge. He's the record keeper. So if somebody ever did cross him, it would be dangerous. And then Azura likes parties. Talia was just a super sweet kid, but she's been missing for weeks. The other two, they give me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't like that feeling.
Said you think the one's a necromancer.
I just know he's into some shady shit. That's all I'm saying. He may not be a necromancer, but he gives off necromancer vibes. Like he's into some dark magic. He used to be in the Mage's Tower, but he was kicked out before he was a trade prince. I do know that.
When she mentions that, Meridius goes over comms to Trix. I don't know if we should mention we were there.
This guy sounds sketchy. At least when it comes to the whole Benedict thing.
As she doesn't know the symbol, he kind of Meridius reached back over to acquire the scrap of leather. This symbol, after we took care of the ones that attacked us, the guards appeared and informed the prince that and he stops. They claim they don't work for any of you, correct? The city guard?
Well, publicly, they don't work for the trade princes, but now some trade princes do employ members of the city guard for off-duty assignments. Let's put it that way.
So you've got ones you paid off.
Uh-huh. Yeah, common practice.
Nice.
They were informed that they were told to find and take care of the bodies of any members of this cult by Lyriel themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that Lyriel was tasked to do this by Zarak.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I can understand why Lyriel would be tasked with it. I mean, I don't trust her, but she's good at her job.
What exactly is her job?
Is she a mortician?
No. She's
The one that draws the makeup on the bodies and before you put them in the ground.
No, honey, no. Just sit there with your fine ass and let the adults talk for a minute. So no, Lyriel, as I said, is in charge of spycraft, I guess would be the best way to say it, here in Port Nyanzaru. So she gathers information on the people coming in and leaving the port, what they're doing, who their allegiances are to, what they're doing, to suss out any kind of potential threats. Because, as you notice, most people think Port Nyanzaru was destroyed. We like to keep it that way.
She's probably the one who's had people following us.
If there is any of us that would, it would be her. If I was going to do something to you, much like Zarok, I would just tell you and then do it to your face. Or to your back. Or side.
That's not
Yeah,
very nice.
anyway. Anyway. He knows.
So she could have sent the cult after us to begin with. And then sent
I
the
mean-
guards to make it look like she's covering her tracks.
I mean, possibly. I don't know what she would be doing with a cult, but I mean, it's possible. I mean, you're more than welcome to talk to her if you want to, or run this all by Zarok since he put her on the mission. He knows about the cult. I don't. I know about ships and fucking.
This cult has
drinking.
to do with death.
A death cult?
Yes. So we have been able to figure out.
A death cult here in Fort Nines. Hold on just a second. And she gets up and she leaves you all alone in the room. And she's gone for about 10 minutes. Is there anything y'all want to discuss amongst yourselves while she's gone?
As she's gone, Meridius looks across at Thorn and Desmond and then the others that weren't with him and Trix. Everything I am questioning her about, myself and Trix found after we departed yesterday.
We had a very busy day.
And we had a very busy night. I can confirm I found a book, a journal of hers last night.
Was
and
it filled full of pictures, perhaps?
There was a few shocking things that I came across. There was a couple of things that I stumbled upon, and just kind of like I don't know, give a look almost at Desmond as I say stumbled upon. After our little escapades, but yes, what she was saying about Varys and L'Oreal, she has a very strong distrust of them. Putting everything aside, I feel pretty confident that if her theory is true, it would be those two, based on what I was able to see in her journal.
So she's saying what she's thinking privately to
Yeah.
us right now.
Yeah, there's I don't think she'd be lying to us about that and still put that in her journal.
Well, I don't care to know what the two of you did last night. If
There
I'm
was a
being
sheet metal. It was
honest.
pretty cool.
However, it's becoming more and more apparent that there's fewer and fewer in this town we can trust. If we are to discuss things outside of the estates of any of the princes, then we must do so tactfully.
Speaking of a parent, one other thing I was able to find, she has a child. She has a child.
Like here, I didn't. I'm not into those
No.
type of things.
No. The child is somewhere not here or near here, as far as I could tell. But there's a strong fear, a mother's protection
Hmm.
of her ex-husband finding either her or the child, and what that person may do to them. I don't, she does not, for all of the grandiose bravado, there's a person truly fearful and wanting to protect a loved one.
In that regard, though, we are not here for that. We have not been tasked to protect her.
Well, no, I'm not saying that we should change focus. I'm saying that I believe her words to be more accurate and truthful than not.
I have no reason to doubt her at present time. In fact, when she first appeared at Zarok's, she seemed to be very open in manners of which she dealt with things. Which is why the more things that myself and Trix found pointing a finger at her direction, the more it seemed like somebody else was trying to throw anyone off of the scent of who actually did this.
You too many for it to just be sloppy work. She doesn't strike me as the type to do that.
I mean, literally everywhere we turned, it pointed at her. Someone has went to great lengths to point all of the evidence in her direction.
Based on what you found and what we've heard from her today so far, where do you think our next step should be?
Unfortunately, it's the two we haven't met that are more than likely the culprits here. Surely Zarok would not ask us to perform a task that he is the one guilty of.
Some villain types are a little weird, man. They do shit like that.
Especially those charismatic ones.
But she vouches for him.
And she does in her journal as well.
I would very much like to find the one that is missing. I feel like they would shine a great light on this. But that prince is not the only one missing from this town.
Nope. Not at all. The other one's almost creepier that they're missing. More concerning.
He looks around to make sure that there's nobody but the party in the room. A very powerful magic user is missing as well.
One of the people responsible for warding the city.
I did not want to bring this up in front of her because this may play a factor in what we're doing here. However, this does not concern her at this present time. But myself and Trix did run into an individual that has requested us to try to find the one taken.
Yeah. And it probably was that group of culty people. So that's cool.
But when we were on our way to you, Thorn and Desmond, we were attacked by 7 that knew our location. They've been watching us. They attacked us outright in an alley. Didn't even try to hide who they were. One even killed themselves to try to take us out.
Desmond, you've been around. What do you think?
You did say it was a death cult, so it's not surprising that they would want to kill themselves. Yeah. He doesn't know that they blew themselves up. I didn't want to say that part of it.
God down here that we're supposed to be looking at, the God of the undead.
God
We
of
have
the
not
undead.
been we have not been told who was in this ruins.
Yeah, then where would I have gotten Schultz, fallen God of the undead?
Well, no, I'm talking about we don't know full details of what we're going after.
I have a name here. I think it's a god.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the people sending us don't know full details of what they were sending us to. Just the ruins and a name is what I'm getting at. Like us as a party weren't given all details, just like we weren't given all details about the other ruins we went into, and
Well, right, but
like
I'm
3 groups
saying,
of fuckers died.
but what I'm getting at here is a cult of the dead, very near where we're going to check out a temple of a fallen god of the undead. Seems a little bit convenient.
But apparently we will not find these ruins with Zarok's help until we find whatever artifacts are missing, and Zarok can't even trust us with telling us that information.
Should we ask her what these artifacts were?
What if we I like that idea, Trix. What if we come back to Zarok and let him know that we know we're not after actual spices or information about who took spices?
Well, but what if it's an insurance cover-up? We don't want to let him know that we're onto it.
We're not insurance agents.
I was involved in one of those one time. This does not feel the same.
Of course you were.
When
He's
we
talking
are
about the cover-up.
finished here, we can report to Zarok and we'll see how he handles part of what she has informed us. And then we will let know that we know that there are things inside of those containers that aren't just spices, and see what information he gives.
You all
See
hear
if they match
footsteps.
up.
Sounds good.
As we hear the footsteps, Meridius kind of adjusts himself in the seat to sit more upright like he was when she was in the room.
Desmond adjusts himself as well.
You see
Just higher than
Thaleen.
Meridius.
Not
His
the
pants
same.
shrunk a little.
You see Thaleen and Bartleby enter the room, and Thaleen is looking at him going, why was the book not where it always is? I took the time to arrange the books properly. Yes. Bartleby, I have a system
You don't
and
fuck
it
with my
works
system.
for me.
Oh
All
God,
right.
that's too real.
I thought it would be better to order them alphabetically, miss. No,
That's usually
this
good.
goes into my section for cool shit that not everyone knows.
Oh,
I prefer
like cool
phonetically.
shit that not
That way-
everyone knows.
You look for how it sounds instead of what it actually is.
More
That usually helps.
pictures.
Yes.
The books with more pictures to the left and less, less pictures to the right, further away from me.
And
Then she
learning
looks
things
over at
about the two
Desmond
of
and
you, and I
Thorn and
don't
goes,
think I like it.
"Oh, they're thinking again. I hate it."
Kinda do too.
Uh, Listen. So leave it in the cool shit that not everybody knows section. Yes, ma'am. I shall rearrange the library in order of cool shit that no one knows.
Do
Thank
you have
you.
a section that's sorted by power of the explosives?
No, but I'm going to make one now.
It's a fun way to categorize because then you get to test everything out that's written
So
in the mess you go.
she brings over to the table this large book, and you can tell from the binding and everything on the book that the book is old.
Oh, Trix is going right over to look.
Okay, so I got this book from a merchant captain that got it from someone who says they got it from a merchant prince about 300 years ago. So, way before my time. But it is really neat and it contains a lot of history of Port Nyanzaru and Cholt in general.
Oh, sounds
So, you talking about the cult and everything made me think of something. Now, to my knowledge, there hasn't been a cult around Port Nyanzaru or this area of Cholt for a while. But a long time ago, at least probably 1,000 years ago at the earliest, if not more than that, there was a cult here. She opens the book and she's taking, you can tell she's really careful with this book. This is one of her prized possessions. Because normally she doesn't have a lot of secret information about history and the goings on, but she has this and she feels like this makes her better than some of the other trade princes. So where is that at? I should have asked him more questions before I slept with him and made him leave. Let's see. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So, about 1,000 years ago, there was a cult here that died out. It was stopped by someone. I don't know who it was. Apparently, some kind of an elf gentleman that was searching the world for stuff. I don't understand. Uh, he was a champion of Waterdeep, it says, at that time. So, no names given though. Sorry. But it wouldn't matter. He's probably dead. But anyway, apparently for thousands of years, there was a death cult here to something called, where's it at? Where's that? Where's it at? The Revenancer. And then she picks up the book to show you, and she shows you a symbol. You would roll that beautiful symbol footage.
You can't see it on stream, but
yeah,
we can see it.
Okay. So there you can see that the symbol is of what looks like a hand with some jewelry and adornments on the fingers. So they worshipped it, her, him, whatever. But like I said, they were destroyed around right before the cataclysm, maybe a little bit after. But I don't remember seeing your symbol in the book. May want to ask the Rock. He may know more about it. He knows a lot of the history of the area. He would probably give me a ton of money for this book. Please don't tell him I have it. There's only two people know I do, other than you, and one of them is me, and the other one is Bartley. But apparently, they were a death cult. So there's definitely some similarity, but the symbols are wrong. But maybe Zrock knows more about it than he's letting on.
Well, we have not mentioned to him about the cult yet. So maybe when we return to him, we can pry for information without letting him know what we have learned here today.
You could, but I would also maybe hit up Lyriel to see what she knows, but be very careful. She's able to get information from people.
You have been extremely helpful and forthcoming with your information.
I have an open book,
You
also
said that you had
open pants.
questions.
Not anymore. I just wanted to get you to talk.
Hmm.
You answered all my questions with your answers.
With what you have shared, I will share one thing with you.
Okay, go
The
for it.
reason for not giving my name. There is someone of my race going around towns pretending to be me, using my name and committing atrocities. I do not wish there to be confusions between my name and them putting me through the mud.
Okay. Whatever you got to do, I understand being secret about stuff. That's fine. I have secrets as well that I don't want people to know. Knowledge is power.
He stops for a second, he pulls out his journal. And he flips to the page of the artifact that he's looking for. And he pushes the book towards her on that page. Have you seen this anywhere? Through this port?
I have not. Do you want me to keep a lookout for it?
I must reacquire it. It is very vital to the safety and well-being of my kingdom.
Okay. I will just a moment. Bartleby. Yes, my lady. Make sure all of my people have a picture of this item. Very good, lady. And he walks over. May I touch your journal, sir?
Very well.
And he takes a little item out of his pocket. And it looks like a gem, just a regular, like ruby. Touches it to the page, and you see the gem glow. Then he takes it, and he takes another piece of parchment out, puts the gem on top of it. It flashes and then grows dim, and then an exact replica of what was on your page is now on that parchment. I will make the required copies, madam, and make sure it is distributed across the port. Very good. Thank you, Bartleby. If it comes through, I will let you know.
You mentioned that artifacts were in these crates instead of spices.
Yep.
Do you know what artifacts we're looking for?
I don't. I don't keep up with that stuff. I just know that it was some type of artifact that Zarok was interested in. I don't know why, what they do. Like I said, I don't touch magic stuff because usually it blows up in my face. I'm not really inclined for the magic. Yeah. You're muted.
I am technically magic stuff, so that's not completely true what you're saying.
Desmond, there was some explosions from you as well last night. Let's not forget.
Correction. You are accurate in your statement.
So, if that is the case and you trust Zarok with your life, why would he lie to us about what we were looking for?
He doesn't know you. Why would anyone that doesn't know you tell you the whole story?
If we are looking for the items, we must know what we are trying to find in order to ensure we have found it.
If you find the spices, you'll find the items.
But he didn't even inform us of what the spices were.
Nope. But if you find spices with Zarok's name on them, I bet those are it. Especially if they're in somebody else's warehouse. Uh-huh. Tricks, was it? You're muted as well.
Oh, oops. She was asking if they had permission to go into that one warehouse. She hasn't rented out.
You are welcome to search any location that I own. You especially.
Okay, good, because we were probably going to do it anyway, but I feel better now that we asked.
Oh, I know. I feel better about you asking too. This doesn't make it awkward if I have to tell Zarok that you accidentally died by, going into one of my warehouses. Uh-huh.
Any suggestions of how to avoid that?
Oh, don't worry. You'll be fine now. You asked.
Okay.
So the warehouses will be expecting you.
Okay.
Let's just say there are some places that I own in the city that have been reinforced with magics outside of the mage tower.
I thought you didn't mess with magic.
Well, I don't, but I got to keep up security. You know how much it would cost me to keep troops around my warehouses all the time, and how many
Well-
troops I would have to kill after they saw something come in that was not supposed to come in.
A
Well,
lot.
okay, so if you don't have the mage tower do all of it, then do you have like your own people on staff, or like, or do you contract that out?
I outsource it. Yes.
You support local business, I think is what she's trying to ask.
Oh, always.
That was not what I was trying to ask, but sure, it doesn't.
So if we are allowed in the warehouses that you own, is there anything that we have to be leery of?
Not in my warehouses. Now, if you try to enter someone else's warehouse, I don't know exactly what booby traps and such they have, but you may want to be careful. I would definitely do a detect magic before I open any doors.
Oh, I've got a wand for that.
Including the tunnels.
Especially the tunnel. Getting in the tunnel, not a problem because you're already there. It's getting out of the tunnel into another place that you could run into trouble. Just keep an eye out, your eyes open, your ears peeled, or vice versa. One of those two. I don't know. Strike that, reverse it. I'm not sure. And keep detect magic with you is the best advice I can give. Nobody wants to open a door and then the next thing they see is the business end of a fireball.
No, thank you.
Not wrong.
Unless I'm the one casting it, that could be fun.
Yep. Have you ever thought about casting fireball on a boat?
I feel like that could be interesting.
Bartleby, I need you to get the boats repaired quickly.
Trix, you're in for a great time if and when you do that.
Wait, what?
No telling, Thorn. Shh, no telling. So anything else, or are we done here? Because I do have things I need to do.
I believe that will conclude our business.
Do you all require travel arrangements to be made to take you where you need to go?
If it is no issue, we
No
would like to
problem
get
at all.
back to Xerox and find our companion that is somewhere on your estate grounds.
All right. Yeah, sure. Just head out to the gate. I'll make sure that George and Barney have a carriage waiting for you.
I feel like Keltash has just been sitting out at the gate drinking ales with George and Barney.
Yep. All right. So you all start to leave. Keltash, what
Yes.
have you been doing this entire time?
No bloody clue. I mean, what looks good? Like when I am done talking to the boys, you know, I turn around and there's like a big building.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. Roll me a d20. Actually, you know what? Roll me a performance check.
Okay.
Roll me a performance check.
That's not great. That is not a great start we're off to here. I need my mouse cursor across my 3 screens to appear. There it is. And performance. I don't have a disadvantage on that. 7.
7. Okay. So you're there with George, and you all are trying to hammer out the just the topics that you want to cover in this book. You're making a summary. You're going back and forth. You're trying.
Yeah.
George thinks that there should be pictures. You want a lot of alliteration and a lot of text to give a clear picture. He says he doesn't know how to read, and you say that's not your problem. That's a him thing.
Yeah. This is legit. I feel like that's legit.
Okay.
See, you gotta have an audience that can project what's happening in their minds. If you're going to drop pictures for them, it might as well be a picture book.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that less is more.
See there, because that is where the audience can picture whatever they want.
Okay.
Maybe there's a lot of hair or a
What
lot of flesh in
What
various
if
arrangements.
we at least put a picture on the cover and at the beginning of each chapter?
Yes, I like this.
You know, to bring you in
Yes.
so that you kind of get a little titillation, if you will, before reading the details in the chapter.
Speaking of being titillated, I think that all parties illustrated need to have vague illustrations of their nipples. It's really just quite a grabber, right? I mean, maybe there's some hair in the way or a finger placed just so.
Okay. All right. He writes it down.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
Got it. Got it. Okay. Anything else you think?
I think that everybody should have titles at all time. Titles can be sexy if you
So,
use
like,
them in just such
you
a
like a lord or a lady, like a king and queen,
yes, yes,
a
yes.
a duke or duchy, if
Even
you will.
even if we have a duchy and the stable boy. See how it
That's a classic. Everybody likes it. I was
yeah,
a stable boy myself.
yes,
I
yes,
know what
yes,
I know what happens out in the
you
stable.
know,
I know
you
what happens.
dirty
I
dog.
do.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
y'all going on about? He wasn't a stable boy. He don't know.
Wow.
I know though, sir. I know. I know what goes on here. All right. Stable passions.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh, that's a good
Oh, that's
one.
a good chapter right there. I
Yes,
like
yes,
it. I
yes.
does. I like it a lot. Yes,
has
I like it.
dual
Also,
meaning.
episode title: Stable Passion.
Question mark?
Yeah, question mark. All right, okay. So I was thinking maybe so the lady of the house is in there fornicating with the stable boy, right? As one does, when you're well to do and you have a stable boy. So what if though the king is fornicating with the maid? Like the chamber lady, the one that dresses the queen, has seen all her giblets and stuff. But what if the king is with her, but and likes her better because her giblets aren't like, dragging the floor and such?
Mercy, you are natural.
Hmm?
I dare say.
I have been told I'm quite the artist.
Yes, yes, very apropos.
All
I'm not
right.
even sure what that means, but I heard it said one time, and I feel like it applies to
I
you.
don't know, but I'm going to use it in the book.
Yes, 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 yes.
All
I
right.
feel like we've really got a hold of lightning here.
Got a hold. Oh, that's the title of the book right there. Got a hold of lightning, but we'll say that that's what the king calls his junk.
Oh, yes, that's a good one. Yeah, and have a stallion
He
in the
calls it that.
background rearing
That's
up
right.
with the lightning.
Backstory. He calls it that because when he shows it off, people get quite a shock.
Wow!
I know, right? I got it right there. I got it right there. That's some good stuff
I
right
want
there.
to proofread this.
Oh,
This
okay.
is great stuff.
All right, I think we got it. Oh, what about this? Some people, not saying everybody, what if the prince is enticed by the princess, but it's his stepsister, not his real sister?
Ooh, Now we're really playing with some deep desires here.
No,
I
but
think we need
you
be
got to get
cheeky.
everyone.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah,
everyone. You know, it
yeah,
take
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
rising tide floats all boats or something.
Yeah, and he finds out because she has the family toe. See, that would really get everybody in. Everybody that likes the toes, they will be hooked immediately. The family toe. Oh,
Oh, I
see?
like it. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh no,
Slightly
things have
clever,
happened.
but in an elegant way. You know, the family
Oh, I'm
toe.
going to class it up. I'm going to class it up. Don't worry. This will not be your regular ballroom rag. Oh no, sir.
No, no.
This will be on the bookshelf of every classy library in the realms.
Everyone and the unclassy ones too.
Especially the hungry, you know what I mean? You know, getting your jollies and stuff.
They'll make plays out of this, I swear. It would
I think so.
be
I think
better
it
than
could be. Maybe. I mean, I don't bring your kids, but you know, maybe, you know, 2 or 3 gold, go in, get your jollies, come back out, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to
Yeah,
judge anybody.
you could say that you have to be 30, you know, the 10, 10,
I mean,
10, right?
I
10,
feel that's
10,
a little
10,
old, but
cool.
okay. I
Yeah,
think
well,
maybe, you
I'm
know,
just
like at least this day and age, 15.
yeah, well, see now, but then you'll have 12-year-olds that have a mustache coming in and say, "Oh, I'm 15."
Oh, I hate that. I got my ass kicked one time by a 12-year-old with a mustache. I don't like talking about it.
I think every guardsman has had that day, my friend. Okay, let's not dwell on the past. We
That's
are
true.
better men
That's
for
true. It was George.
it. George! Oh, that ruffian, that scoundrel, that Tom. Oh, hey, George. Anyway,
What,
so we were
what
saying.
did I do now? Get back to work.
Yeah, back to work. The
Okay, so
adults are talking.
as you're going over the plan, you hear the clanking of what you know in your heart is Meridius's armor
And I
coming
get a
down.
shiver up the spine. Oh,
Oh, your friends are come. Your friends are coming. You know, I will take this and put it and make some notes, and then I will send you a rough draft.
Yeah. And as Meridius is getting closer, and I'm glad that we were able to stave off that coup d'etat. It was my pleasure to help the guard this evening. Very responsible lads, everyone. Yes, including George, mildly.
Keltash,
did
you
we
know it's
do?
still morning, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Trix. Yes, see, I'm still what you call sail ship lagged.
It was a very small coup, but a coup
Yes.
nonetheless.
Yes. Not with chickens, but it was smart nonetheless. Yes.
Those ruffians will know not to bother us anymore.
Quite right. Quite right. Yes. Very sore. Their backsides and other places. Yes. Fellows, they're off the business now. Don't forget to include me in the editorial. Okay. All right.
All right.
And now
And
you
with
have to do
that, yep. Now we have a whole book we got to write. So, and with that, chat, we are going to take a break.
All right, we'll be back. go.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Not Actually Heroes Have Forgotten. And so there's been some shenanigans. Bananigans. Hey, what's the name of that restaurant you
Hey,
like?
with all the goofy shit on the walls.
Shenanigans.
Oh. One of the greatest movies ever made. Go watch it. So, what would you all like to do now?
I mean, we're heading back to Xerox, right? By transportation.
If you want to, the carriage will take you wherever you want to go. So it's up to you all where you want to go.
I think that was where we were leaning, wasn't it?
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, there's two possible places that she said that you might want to look at. One of them is to talk to the Rock. The other one is to talk to Lyrium.
Yeah, I'd rather get more info from Xerox before I talk to that one.
Okay. All right. So you all get into the carriage. Y'all have a carriage ride to Xerox. I don't know if you want to discuss anything in the carriage before you get there. It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna try
if
to take a peek at Desmond's hand to see if I see anything on his hand or any bandages or anything.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to specifically look at that. Roll me a perception check.
Nat 20 plus 1, 21.
Well, nat 20 will do it. So, Desmond,
Mhm.
do you have anything where he could see it, or are you purposely trying to hide it?
No, I mean, I'm not trying to hide my hands.
Okay. So, is there anything on your hands currently?
No, there's no cut or anything.
Okay. There you go. You don't see anything,
Noted. Cool. I'll leave it as is.
but you do notice with a nat 20 that they are very clean and well manicured. Your only assumption is that Orlando does great nail work.
Here's the question: do I notice him looking at my hands?
Roll me a perception check.
Can I roll against with the stealth check?
Sure.
Natural 20.
Bullshit.
Oh,
No. Same.
Bullshit. No way.
Hey.
You rolled a 20 on the
I
stealth?
checked.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I sure
God.
did.
All right, so
I
let's
sure
see.
did.
dang,
I
two
have
nat 20s.
I have a +4 on perception.
Okay, here's what I want you to do.
Stealth.
Here's what you both rolled nat 20.
I
So
got
here
a plus seven.
I want you to roll again.
Okay.
This
16.
is why I can't roll to save my life. You fuckers are hogging it all.
That's a 8 + 4, 12.
Well, there's a 16. Okay. So you do not notice Thorn looking at you.
Well, you
All
noticed
right.
me looking at you, maybe not at your hands.
Right. I wink at you.
There you go.
Hey, yo. So after about 20, 30 minutes in the carriage, you arrive at Xerox. You get out of the carriage, you go through the double doors. There's nobody in the courtyard area.
Just to be clear, are we telling him everything?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I just want to see his reactions to certain things.
After a minute or two, you hear steps, and Xerox comes out of a doorway to the right. Oh, adventurers, how's everything going?
It's going.
Were you informed of what happened this morning?
About your little interlude with the individuals in the street.
Yes.
Yes, I did get wind of that from Lyriel. She said that she would advise you to be more careful. And I instructed her that you wouldn't have to be careful on the streets of Port Nyanzaru if she would get rid of this cult. So then she called me a bastard and ended the call.
I see. Are you aware this cult does not fear any of you?
Well, I had hoped that us being the trade princes would garner some form of respect, but most of the time, ne'er-do-wells do not really respect places or positions of power.
They don't
So-
respect your authority.
Exactly.
Because when I informed them of who we are currently assisting, they informed us in no uncertain terms that they do not care.
It may be that they themselves are employed by person or persons in positions of power. Have you made any headway on the investigation?
Could you tell me exactly what it is we're looking for so that if we do come across it, we know what that we have located it?
Like, say they switch containers.
Just normal everyday spices imported from Faerun and Oz.
Hmm. So nothing more than spices.
I sense that you're asking a question that you already know the answer to, Fishman.
I just am curious as to why spices are being stolen from a rather heavily guarded warehouse.
Quite. Just as I am quite suspicious about why you didn't tell me your name, Meridius.
There's plenty of reasons why I haven't.
Because you didn't trust me, correct? I haven't earned it. You haven't earned my trust completely yet either.
It wasn't that I don't trust you or anyone in this town. It's that I went into certain towns using my name and been told that I am the one that is viewed as the. And he kind of stops for a second to think of the best way to say this. The culprit, even though I'd never stepped foot in that town before.
Well, to answer your question, yes, there are items hidden in the spices, artifacts that I've had personally shipped in to protect them from being acquired by the wrong people, such as this cult.
It would appear somebody knows of this and has decided that your plan is going to not work for you.
Yes, the problem is who knows about it?
Well, by looking at all the evidence, it points to one I do not believe is at fault.
Theline.
Everything points at her. It's too obvious.
Agreed.
I don't know if Silas has been keeping you appraised of what's happening in his records or not.
Well, he did a full inventory of the records when you left and has found that there are some records that are missing and have been missing more than what is known to be a requirement for them to come back.
We also found this.
He is quite perturbed and upset. Not something that happens to Silas a lot.
I fear the deeper we go with this, the more backstabs we will acquire in this town.
With what you know as of now, who are you tending to believe is the actual person that took the items?
I do not know. We have
Don't
not
want to hazard a guess?
we have not questioned all the princes. There are two, and then he stops. Three technically, but one is missing. And you said they were missing before the shipment disappeared.
Yes.
Doesn't single them out. They could be very well behind all of this. If you believe they are gone, it makes it a little easier for them to walk more silently through the town.
I mean, perhaps it's not really Talia's thing, but
Oh,
I
I do
mean,
not. I do
people
not.
keep secrets.
I do not point fingers. As I said, we have not talked to everyone, but the information we have gathered is starting to point more towards two others, potentially in conjunction with one another.
No, really? Who are the two that you're thinking?
The last remaining princes we have not met.
So you think it could be? I'm assuming, from what I know, that you've not spoken to Lyriel, Varys, or Azura yet.
Yes, but it'd be very hard to speak with Azura if they are missing.
No, Talia's the one who's
Oh,
missing.
Talia is missing. Azura
Oh
is
yeah, Tom.
at her estate. She doesn't get out a
The-
lot.
The two that one that you have in your employment, so to speak, may potentially be behind some of this.
Interesting.
If they are keeping tabs on us, as we have been told, then they should have known we were attacked well before we got attacked.
Lyriel is definitely keeping an eye on you because, at worst case, it's part of a job.
But what do you
He's
know?
attacking you. It's a bold move.
What do you know about the warehouses and how they may potentially work with one another?
Not much. I don't do a lot with the warehouses other than store items. I have heard that in ages past there used to be some old tunnels used for bootlegging and pirateering and such.
We found where your crates ended up. Well, let me rephrase that. We found where the trail ended without going into another warehouse.
Interesting. And where was that?
The one that is abandoned that no one uses at present time.
Ah, interesting. Once again,
We-
owned by Thelene.
Yes, that's why I said everything seems to point at her. But according to the information we gathered, there may be a way to move from that warehouse to another unseen.
I take it by using these tunnels.
Yes. And the
Interesting.
tunnel that it ends at is the one that is jointly owned.
Very interesting. Well, I assume then that your next stop will be to question Lyriel.
I don't know if questioning her will be of much help. How much do you trust her?
That is a very tricky question, my friend. Lyriel generally will tell the truth. However, that's not to say that it doesn't have double meanings. She will also try to get information from you, even using magical means to do so.
I do not really have ways to ward against magics. But I do potentially have a way to force her to tell me the truth. Or at least know if she's lying.
Like I said before, it's a very bold move from Lyriel herself. But I mean, maybe she's gone brazen over the years. Maybe she thinks it's her time to lead Port Nyanzaru. But I will say be cautious. Wherever you see Lyriel, Varys is bound to not be too far away.
What does Varys do in this port?
Varys, he deals with magic, but magic that the mages in the Mage Tower will not use. Dark magics. Got to
So-
understand, we will do whatever it takes to protect Port Nyanzaru and its people.
What if we were to find out that one, if not both of them, are the culprit?
Then there could be problems.
What if one of them is behind the cult?
If that is the case, then I fear war comes to Port Nyanzaru. None of the
What
trade
happened?
princes would be safe.
What happens to my party if we address this situation and one of them turn on us and we fight back?
If they attack you, then you're protecting yourselves. There would be no recompense for that.
And how strongly would we be forced to prove that they shot first?
There are other people watching you besides Lyriel's employees. Safe to say that if something were to happen, the parties needing to know would know the details.
I do not know how many are watching us, but from what I've gathered from your talks and the talks with Prince Theline, there's at least 3, if not 4 parties watching our movements.
Each of the trade princes would have their own people watching you that are loyal to them and them alone.
Then that number has multiplied.
These individuals, it is their job to remain out of the way and secretive. They will not aid you. They will not get in your way unless, well, unless, like the cult members earlier today, they're ordered to. But then that would bring the other trade princes into the situation as well. Typically, no one's going to make a move against one of the other trade princes unless there is a 100% chance of success. At least that's how it's been in the past when trade princes have been let go from their position.
That's delicate.
Yes, let
many-
go, future endeavored, all
How
sorts of
many-
things.
People of power are missing from this town.
That I'm aware of, 2. There is Trade Prince Talia and the head of the Wizard Tower.
How well do you know this wizard?
He is a very dear friend of mine.
When did you last talk to him?
It's been probably a couple of months ago. He studies a lot. Doesn't come out of the tower except for supplies and to hobnob. He's a recluse, but he does like attending the big holiday parties here in the port.
Right. So he didn't like bring you any kind of news or anything recently. Just it's been a bit. You
The
know,
last
people get
time-
busy.
The last time that I spoke with him, he brought me news of a possible cult taking root in the area, and he was quite alarmed at their ability to gain members. But he told me not to fret, that he would investigate. And that is the last time I unfortunately have heard from him. But I pray to Lathander every day that he is alive.
And like, did
A-
anybody?
as he, as he says that name, that god's name, Trix hears in her head, should I show him the book?
The journal?
The one from
The
his
one that
friends?
Alaris gave you?
Yes. Knowing you and I are the only ones that can use it.
I mean, well, if he can't read it, what good's it gonna do with just telling him like, hey, this blank book is actually the journal of Benedict?
I was thinking more along the lines of informing him that there was more to the story than what he was told. To let him understand that we have thoroughly looked into both disappearances as best we can prior to starting something.
Does he seem genuinely upset about his friend being missing?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm a terrible person to be doing this, but it's fine. Oh, it's 17 though.
No, that's better than what I rolled. So when he mentions his friend and talks about him, you can see genuine concern on his face. As you've been told in the past, they have known each other for years, basically since they both came to Port Nyanzaru, and it's one of his closest, dearest friends.
So he truly does not seem like he has seen the guy. He's telling us he's being straight with us. Cool.
No, when he mentioned that he was missing, and that was the last time it spoke to him, you could see concern on his face about his friend being missing, and you could see guilt also, and hear guilt in his voice that he regrets that he let him investigate that alone. He feels at fault that he's missing.
I mean, if you want to tell him, we can tell him.
So when she responds with that, Meridius looks at him and says, I can tell that you are good friends. I was also informed that he was part of what put you in your seat of power.
Yes, it doesn't hurt to have a mage in your back pocket,
So
especially a powerful
hopefully,
one like Benedict.
so hopefully this will somewhat put your mind at ease. And Meridius reaches in the pouch and pulls out the book. Do you know what this is?
I do not.
This is his journal, or a copy of it, given to us by the Mage Tower.
They must really trust you if they gave you a copy of his journal.
Alaris is really nice.
Ah, yes, Alaris, his student. Yes, quite a prodigy. Benedict was
She
very proud of her.
she seems to be very upset and distraught over his loss of him being missing.
I would imagine so. She was one, her mentor, and two, now that he's gone, she is became the de facto head of the tower. So a lot of responsibility all at once.
But she is scared and leery. In fact, she enchanted the book that, and he looks at Trix, that myself and Trix are the only two that are able to read this book. If anyone else was to try, it will blow up.
Benedict does the same thing when he sends me private letters.
Ah, so she learned this from him.
Yes, we've lost 3 carriers due to that.
We promised her that if we could find him, that we would.
Yes, I would.
Dead or alive.
I would greatly appreciate you finding out one way or the other. If he is alive, great. If he is not, I would like to lay my friend to rest.
So my question to you, knowing that we have found out information, whether it was from you or not, about what was missing and who all is missing in greater detail. Is there a way to contact you if we go to talk to the other two and things become awry and a fight or a potential means of defending ourselves were to take place?
Oh, just a moment. Then he steps into that right room again. You can hear him kind of shuffling papers, looking for something. Oh, there it is. And he comes back out. And he is holding a small square, just stone. On this, you see what you assume is the symbol for Port Nyanzaru. This is my personal security device. Each of us trade princes has one. They are designed to summon. There are members of the city guard that are loyal to certain trade princes. This will summon mine. If things go badly, touch the stone and think about help. And help will arrive.
You are aware that if you give me that and we use it, then they will know that you have potentially declared war upon them as well.
If they are brave enough to attack you, and are brave enough to have stolen from me, then I want them to know.
Very well. And Meridius holds his hand out to take the stone.
He hands you the stone. Be aware,
are-
they will have stones as well. Also,
Und-
Varus is a very powerful mage.
I understand. How many artifacts are we looking for?
There's a total of 7 artifacts. There will be 6 basically edge pieces and a centerpiece. In the center, when they all put together, they should form a symbol. This should be of a hand. Fortunately, I don't know if there's anything on the hand or not. I have not seen the pieces myself.
Do you know the origin of the artifact?
The artifact, truth be told, it's only legend at this point, but from what I know, there are multiples of this artifact. Some of them lost to time. This one, though, I was able to find off of an antiquities dealer in Baldur's Gate. Said that it was owned by one of the last champions of Waterdeep, an elf gentleman. I do not know how he came upon it or why, but that's what I was told. But I do know that this cult is trying to amass artifacts.
Did he give you a name of the champion?
He did not.
Hmm.
I was waiting to get it authenticated. By Benedict. Benedict is a bit of a history buff.
This
Overcon.
makes. Yeah, go ahead.
Why does this sound like the same dude with the book that Thelene was talking about?
I believe it is. So Meridius out loud says, "This is not the first time that we've heard of a champion of Waterdeep, an elf,
Oh,
in
really?
reference to this artifact or town. So no one knows his name. The other information we got did not know his name either.
I do not have that information at all. Now, Benedict perhaps may have that information. As I said, he was quite the history buff, especially with things happen pre-cataclysm. He was particularly interested in some of the champions of Waterdeep in the past. I think there was one Simenos or something like that. I can't remember something like that. Some half elf tiefling guy. I'm not sure. Quite a unique progeny, if it were true. There's also another guy he talked about. Does weird. Some said he was able to turn into a rock monster and also like to grow crops or something. I'm not sure. I do not know the name. I pretty sure for a while I thought Benedict was making it all up, but he seemed to think that it was quite true. Hopefully, you find him and you can ask him about it.
Finding him would be very beneficial, yes.
Yes. Other than Lyriel, I would say that he would probably know the most about this cult.
How long has Lyriel been tasked to find and dispatch this cult?
After Benedict was kidnapped
See,
or missing or whatever he is. But I knew if anyone could get to the bottom of what happened, it would be Lyriel. Also, with Benedict being gone, I assumed that this cult was a clear and present danger to Port Nyanzaru.
they didn't. You don't know if they took him, but they became more of a threat after he was gone.
They've definitely become more bold in their actions. Yours was not the first attack that I've heard of. I am just thankful that all of you made it out safely.
They definitely do not want all of their secrets told. One killed themselves to try to kill us.
Best to eliminate themselves than falling prey to magical information gathering, either by you or Lyriel, if she isn't the one guiding them.
Is there a way to tell which guards serve which princes upon appearance?
No,
I
they
see.
do not brandish their loyalties. Anything else?
If it's all the same to you, I'd rather go by the name Leonis here.
I will not tell anyone your name.
If you go to address me,
I shall call you Fishman or Leonis, as you have requested.
if you found out my name, then someone has a big mouth.
No. Little background here about that, Fishman. I was told all of your names before you got here by the information broker.
Yes, he has an extremely big mouth.
He thought it better that I know your names before you got here. That way I could check up on you and make sure that you are who you say you are.
Meridius pulls out his journal and opens to the page of the scepter. Since you deal in artifacts, have you seen this? Or heard? And he has it labeled underneath what it's called. Or heard of this in your dealings?
I have not seen that come through Fort Nyanzaru, at least not yet. Should I be on the lookout for it?
The one that stole it. A member of my race. The one that betrayed my kingdom and keeps using my name. And everybody can hear kind of a more angry tone in his voice as he says it. He stole it. I need it back.
I will keep an eye out for you. If I see him or it come through, you will be the first to know.
I thank you.
So, I will also let you handle it accordingly.
Sadly, how I want to handle it, I cannot. So I must think of other ways to deal with it.
Stand.
Since the Lean's carriage dropped us off and probably has departed by now, we will need another transport, if that is okay, to take us to Lyriel's.
That is no problem. My carriages are at your disposal. Take them wherever you would like.
Meridius goes over comms to everybody. Is there anything else that we need or would like to ask before we depart?
No, I don't think so.
You're muted, Diz.
I no, there's nothing. No.
But that sounds about right, like something Desmond would do.
Yep.
Static on the line temporarily to hold up the conversation and be like, no, I'm good.
All right. Okay. So, you guys are now planning to go to talk to Lyriel?
Yeah,
All
I guess
right.
that's our next objective.
All right. How are you, Russ?
I'm not exactly tired, but the responsible adult in me is saying, "Come on, dude." So I should
It's only 30
probably,
more minutes.
unless
You
y'all
can do
need
30
me,
minutes. You can do 30 minutes.
Okay.
I can do
Well,
30 minutes.
I was
yeah.
going to ask you all, since Russ has to leave, do you all want to stop here? Or do you want to keep going to Lyriel's without Russ being on the call? I'll leave
You
it up
know
to you
how I
all.
do. I just need the shenanigans.
If
That's true.
there's a good point as any to stop, this might be the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that conversation might take a while.
Yeah.
And it may
Okay.
turn sketchy because I don't trust this bitch.
All
I don't
right.
have
You heard
Lyriel's
it.
image loaded into OBS, so that helps me out too.
Okay, well, you heard that. Due to past decision and technical difficulties, this is where we're going to call it for this week's episode of Not Actually Heroes Are Forgotten. Thank you all for coming in and watching our little show, either live on Twitch or later on as a VOD on YouTube. Also, thank you to everyone that subbed. We appreciate that. And then also, thank you to Malnox for the raid. That was super awesome and or cool and stuff. So
Cool and keen.
definitely go and check out Malnox if you get a chance to. There's the link to his channel there in the chat. He is a cool dude in a loose mood, I think is what the kids from 40 years ago used to say.
Yeah, I think they might call him the Rizzler now, right? Is that what they say nowadays?
I thought that was a Batman villain.
No, that's
Yeah.
the Riddler. Rizzler. He's like the
Rizzle
opposite of
is
Skippy, Ohio,
Batman.
I think, right? He's the opposite of Ohio.
Rizzle me.
Only this, Batman.
I only heard half of that. And you're lucky, Rican.
You mean never mind. Never mind.
But anyway, as
Way
we
to
go,
go.
before we do the outro for everything, we'll let everybody say their spiels and stuff first. We will go last because otherwise we're rude as shit and we're not. So, starting off with Double Aught Buck. Tell us about yourself and life in general.
Well, I stream on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Fridays, all at 11 a.m. Central Time. Mondays is Nightingale, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays is Art Survival Ascended, and then Fridays is 7 Days to Die. And then on the first and third Saturdays of every month at 7 p.m. Central Time.
8 p.m. Eastern.
See, you do it to me every time, Glenn. That's why I fucked up your intro. We do Edar, Realm of Dragons, which is my homebrew D&D campaign, where 2/3 of the people sitting here are a part of.
That's
And,
the campaign where Diz's character shows off his ass a lot.
Only
Both
got one
Disney
party member
characters have
left to
ass.
get.
True.
Good luck
Does it
with
get
that
the
one
skibbity gat
because
too?
that character, you may lose your nuts being roasted over an open fire at the moment you attempt it. I'm just saying
Worth it.
that dragon cat is not going to just stand for it.
I agree, Diz. Worth.
But yeah, we do that on the first and third. So next Saturday will be our next stream for Edar.
All right, everybody, double up buck. Next, we will go to Timmy Turbo. Say hi to the people.
Hello. So yes, currently we've been on a bit of a hiatus for the past many weeks now, and starting actually this morning, I finally got the ball rolling, making my new changes and everything, to hopefully get us back up and running here within the coming weeks.
Excellent. That would be amazeballs and things. I think is also what the kids say. So that's Timmy Turbo. Regan Streams.
Hi, friends. I kind of like Timmy, kind of on a hiatus, kind of not. Right now we're just very focused on the month of runs coming up in September. So you can follow me on Twitter to see how those runs are going. I've got a 2 5Ks and a 10 miler coming up, and we got a GoPro. We got a GoPro that we're wanting to do to stream the runs. So that'll be fun. Stay tuned for that. Possibly, maybe, hopefully. I don't know.
So remember, if you want to watch the runs, tune in to Regan Streams on Twitch.
That
To watch the
shudder was a traumatic flashback
Sponsored by
to
Miralax.
5Ks in high school. That was
Oh man.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
brought to you by
Valentine's.
Miralax and Metamucil.
And Bowden's cooking. The runs.
Oh,
And beans.
All right.
Lots of beans.
and then we also got Russ and Ellen, but they don't stream. But they're
Just
still
normies
cool.
over here.
Yep, but they're still cool.
I mean,
So
yeah.
I am Clan Diesel. My partner in crime, Dr. Diz, DM. That's how it is.
Hello.
He did it. We are Nerdacopia Network, and we do
But
shit on the internet.
But it's just Dr. Diz. He took the
It's-
DM away.
It's low quality, but we do it. He's still Dr. Diz DM on Twitter.
He's still DM in your heart.
So
I mean, he's the
We
one that
do-
decides the Zoom calls.
there you go. He is Zoom master. Oh. But we do
So he's
things
the
on the
CEO.
internet. Damn it, let me do my outro.
Sucks, don't
No.
it? When people fuck with your shit.
Damn, fine. Diz, do the outro. Done with this bullshit.
Apparently, we do shit on the internet. This is Nerdy Cowboy Network. So, we do a little show called Super Retro Game Show on Mondays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, where we play retro games. We're currently playing through the Zelda games, and we're on
We're trying to.
The Wind
Retro
Waker.
is spotty as shit. We'll be honest
It
with
is
you.
spotty.
Lately.
We may have to move it to Tuesdays.
It's something. I
Mondays
don't know.
don't work so well for some reason.
Yeah, it hurts bad.
You get through Monday, you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do anything else. So
Done.
but we're playing through the Wind Waker, and we're only on, I think, maybe the second dungeon. So
Yes.
or going to the second dungeon. So
Yeah.
we're just at the beginning of that game, really. So, and then on Thursdays we team up with Double Up Buck and do a show called Three Old Men, where we sit around and just talk about random crazy stuff. Do a lot of interactions with chat, and if the chat throws up a topic, we usually just jump into that topic, and then we go off on random skews like I am right now, just kind of just rambling on and on and on. That's a lot of what happens. So show up, it's fun. We usually try to annoy each other a lot, so that's also entertaining. So, and then on the second and
Fourth.
Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do our D&D Not Actually Heroes of the Forgotten.
It's
DM'd
this
by
right here.
Clan Diesel. It's happening right now, and so we do that on the second and fourth Sundays, and
At 7 p.m. Eastern.
At 7 p.m. Eastern, and I think that's all of that. So besides that, we have the Discord. You can join the Discord, interact with us. We hang out
Link
in
in
there,
chat.
watch movies, play games, all kinds of cool stuff.
I built a Cineplex channel.
I saw. We did a sad movie the last time, and so me and
I
Timmy
boosted
watched
our
that.
server with Nitro twice. So now
Nice.
we should be able to stream in 1080/60 in Discord.
Nice. So stop in and
You're
hang out with
welcome.
us. We also have the socials over there, either in chat or if you're on YouTube later, down below. You can follow us on any of those that you prefer, and we have merch. It's all Super Retro Game Show merch. We have good intentions of adding other stuff, but
Hey,
it just
fun
takes
thing.
effort.
I had two people ask me because I was wearing the Lamone shirt earlier. I
Yeah.
changed shirts because I thought the Lamone shirt would be distracting.
Yeah.
So I had two people ask me where they can get Lamone shirts.
Nice.
So to be fair, one was my mother and the other one was my niece, but it was still two people and they asked about the shirts, which is a 200% increase in requests about shirts.
And it is nerdicopia.net. So
that's true.
I mean, it's easy to remember. So just go check it out. And
rolls off the tongue.
Of course, we have the NerdTube, which is what we call our YouTube channel. If you're watching it later, then you're there right now. So just hit that subscribe button. It's right south of Regan Streams there.
And where's
Make
the bell?
Regan happy. Hit that sub button.
Where's that bell at?
And hit that bell. So and you'll get notified when we upload videos, which is about 2 to 3 times a week. So back to you, Clan Diesel.
Well, thank you for that, Dr. Diaz. That was a great outro there. We appreciate it once again. Thank everybody for stopping by and watching Not Actually Heroes the Forgotten, our homebrewed D&D 5e campaign. Thank you, Cass, for showing up. Thank you, Chad, for watching. Thank you, YouTube, for watching possibly sometime in the future, but we want to make sure we include you. And as always, hopefully, maybe there's a 65% chance we'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel for Super Retro Game Show Extreme. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.